They may not have gotten the widespread recognition they wanted, but they did create a legion of loyal fans.
The penalty for this transgression is death.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video game cult classics.
Can't you see I'm on permanent vacation?
For this list, we're looking at games that didn't sell very well, but managed to grab hold of a few dedicated gamers, be it for quality or unique style, and have since been elevated to that strange and ill-defined status of cult classic.
Well, you know the drill. Leave him on
This is a live one.
Bullshit.
Number 10, Spec Ops: The Line.
You brought this on yourself.
We were helping.
Down the River of Madness. Inspired by Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, this shooter went beyond the run-and-gun gameplay style of its brethren to deliver a smart and insightful tale.
I did what was necessary!
You don't get to make that call!
As the player progresses, they dive deeper into the psyche of Captain Walker in the haunting, sand-covered ruins of Dubai. Although this plays like a typical shooter, it bucks the narrative trend of burly war heroes with unflinching morals, instead becoming something much more shocking and meaningful than you'd expect from the genre.
There's always a choice. No, there's really not.
Number 9, Mirror's Edge. A first-person platformer certainly sounds intriguing, but making it work is a whole other story. However, with a beautiful art style set in a vibrant city, with the backdrop of a Big Brother-inspired plot, Mirror's Edge managed to successfully land on most of its lofty promises. No other first-person game to date has captured the feel of parkour as well as this one, and the wait for the sequel has left its dedicated fans eagerly anticipating its open-world next-gen leap. Number 8, Enslaved Odyssey to the West. A drastic reimagining of the Chinese novel Journey to the West by Wu Chang'en, this story is set 150 years in the future, with few humans trying to survive against lingering killer robots. Introducing us to the intriguing characters of Monkey and Trip, and using a solid mix of combat and wall-scaling platforming puzzles, it proved to be one of the most unique adventures to grace the last-gen consoles.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Number 7, Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines.
I want to show you something.
Releasing to stiff competition in an unfinished state, this game's dismal sales would force its studio, Troika Games, to close down due to insufficient funds. But that hasn't kept fans from supporting it. With the community releasing patches and mods to improve the game, the original potential has been fully realized, making for one of the most engaging open-world RPGs to date.
You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay?
With players being penalized if they use certain vampiric abilities in front of witnesses, the game mixes stealth and action admirably. With a myriad of quests, clans, and disciples to find and conquer, each playthrough makes for a blood-sucking good time.
Oh man, wait! Say that again!
Number 6, Okami. Inspired by Japanese watercolor paintings, director Hideki Kamiya attributed this game to his love of the Legend of Zelda series, and it certainly played like a Zelda game. Using the celestial brush, players could call upon their various abilities to interact with the world. Changing the dark, dreary colors that have invaded the land back to its original glory is a sight to behold every time. It sadly didn't sell well during its PS2 run, and its Wii release unfortunately didn't do much better. This is certainly one of the most underappreciated gems of yesteryear. Number 5, Conkers Bad Fur Day.
I don't see anything red around. Oh. Here we go again.
Who would have thought that Nintendo's Golden Boy Rare had it in them to release this raunchy adventure? Coming out late in the N64's life, those who did pick up this satirical masterpiece got to play as a hilarious foul-mouthed squirrel with drinking problems. The game later got a remake on the original Xbox, but that ruined the charm of the original by censoring some of the more profane parts. Like this, for instance.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I am going to throw my at you.
Still, if you're up for battling a singing boss made of fecal matter, track down the N64 original.
Now that's what I call a bowel movement.
Number 4, Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl. there has been a second, significantly more magical meltdown in Chernobyl, and you are a Stalker, an illegal scavenger that forages the wasteland. With no memories of who you are, your only clue to your identity is the cryptic task you've been given to kill the Strelok.
Let's go and see what value Sidorovich will put on your head.
An engrossing FPS RPG hybrid with a heavy emphasis on survival. Players must manage radiation, hunger, and bleeding levels to stay alive in the zone.
And I'll see what I can find out about your problem.
Number 3, Beyond Good and Evil.
But I'm sticking to you like bees on honey.
This game follows Jade, who is trying to uncover an alien conspiracy threatening her planet, while also trying to keep her orphanage from running out of money. Using stealth and martial arts, players advance as they discover more about the unseen forces working against them, while taking photographs to sell using their trusty camera. Puzzles complement the more stealthy gameplay, and certain sections require the help of other characters to advance, which makes you truly feel like you're part of an underground resistance. Yet, despite a sequel technically being announced in 2008, we're still nowhere near to seeing that follow-up.
Keep doing nothing, and next time, there'll be nothing left here to save.
Number 2, American McGee's Alice. As if falling down the rabbit hole wasn't scary enough, developer Rogue Entertainment's take on the Lewis Carroll classic created an even more dark and twisted version of Alice's Wonderland.
Please don't dawdle, Alice. We're very late indeed.
This is explained, quite simply, because Alice has gone insane, creating a fresh and fantastic context for a world that many are already very familiar with.
Wake up, Dormy! It's time for the tea party!
A twisted take on a classic that was already creepy enough to start. When you mix in a decent chunk of psychological horror, you've got a game with cult classic written all over it. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, it doesn't look like whoever put them here was too worried about making sure they would rest in peace.
No, it doesn't.
Number 1, Grim Fandango.
Are you ready for your big journey? No. What journey?
Tim Schafer is pretty much synonymous with the term gaming cult classic, from Full Throttle to Psychonauts and Brutal Legends. The point-and-click genre, which he had such a big hand in creating, is essentially a cult classic category in and of itself. However, Grim Fandango was perhaps his masterpiece.
Consider it an homage.
Reimagining the afterlife in a neo-noir theme, it's weird, stylish, clever, and cool all at the same time.
Every port I go, I drop her, but she always come back to me.
The game recently got a remaster on Steam, PlayStation 4, and Vita, allowing for a brand new generation to experience this adventure classic.
Sorry, Cal. Maybe tomorrow.
That's too late.
Oh yeah, like you're going anywhere.
Do you agree with our list? Is there a game that you're a huge fan of that very few people know about?
Won't you join us in our Rainbow Squirt Pledge of Purpose?
For more devoted top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Right, that's it. Piss off. I've got some cats to see. Bloody things. I hate those bloody cats. The way they meow and they piss everywhere, and their shit smells just bloody awful all over my furniture.